G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I am reviewing the Nextorch T10L LEP and the FR-2 Tactical Flashlight Ring. Let's check it out. So in the box of the T10L, you're going to get 2 spare O-rings, which is really nice to see. You're going to get a Nextorch lanyard, which I'm not a massive fan of lanyards, but that being the case, it's still a lanyard. So those of you who like them, it does feel quite strong. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it. I just don't use lanyards. You will get your USB-C to USB-A charging cable, and that is going to go into the battery here. It is a 5,000 milliamp lithium ion battery 21700. And you will also get your T10L user manual. It's just going to give you your specifications of lumens, runtime, output, what it's rated in terms of impact resistance and things like that. I will go over all that stuff, guys, so don't stress. And of course, you will get the light itself. Now, just before we put the battery in, I'll give you a look down there. So you've got a spring down there, which is nice to see. And that's the bottom of the tail cap there, contact area. Now this is a positive up light towards the tail cap. You will see on the box here, it says 1100 meters of throw, which is very, very impressive. Just some specs here on the side and back. Nano ceramic window breakers, white light emitter, 5-position rotary selector, 1-step to strobe. So taking a look at the Nextorch T10L, with the battery in it, it's got some weight to it. But I think Nextorch makes their lights very, very well. And because of that, you're going to have to deal with some weight, guys. Reason being is that I do believe they use very, very tough, robust materials. Now, guys, this light was sent to me by Nextorch. So full disclosure, I did get this sent to me by them. That being said, I'm going to do a very honest and non-biased review. Now, at the top here, you've got a stainless steel bezel with 3 glass breaking beads. I love lights that add that. It's just a really nice extra additive, isn't it? To have, to know that, if you needed to smash your way in or out of glass for your own safety, then you can. I really, really like that in lights. Well done, Nextorch. Now, the feel of the material that they use here feels very, very professional. It's almost like a non-slip but smooth material. I do really like it. As you can see, there is an area here on the body for a pocket clip, but this light does not come with a pocket clip. That's why Nextorch sent me this tactical pocket clip ring, because clip that on like that and you're good to go. So doing the review with the pocket clip on now, this is actually a tactical ring that doubles as a pocket clip because you can slide that over your pocket or belt there. So it is nice to have both. I do like that, and it is quite comfortable to hold. Now, if you just spin the pocket clip around like that, then your thumb really perfectly lands on the tail clicky, which is great. That being said, I do think that the pocket clip is a little bit low. I think that if it could move up just a little bit, it would make it a lot easier to turn the rotary switch whilst your finger is in the pocket clip. I've got big hands, and even for me, it feels like a bit of a stretch to turn this whilst my finger's in the pocket clip, or the tactical ring rather. So for that reason, and that reason only, I'm not a massive fan of this actually. I was a fan of it. I'm a fan of how it looks. Looks great. I'm a fan of the idea of it, but because it is a bit too low, it's great for ergonomics for my thumb to land on the tail clicky, but not to turn the rotary switch. It does make it difficult. So because of that, I won't be using the pocket clip with this light, which is a shame because I would like to have a pocket clip on it. I wish it did come with a pocket clip. Maybe Nextorch can include a pocket clip with newer models, because that would be very helpful. Now, the body does feel very nice. It feels machined very, very well. It's certainly no sharp edges or scratchy edges or anything like that. And the tail cap the same, machined very, very well. Very nice to see the raised edges that protect the tail clicky here. Now, Nextorch has gone with a different tail clicky. This looks like a rubber tail clicky as opposed to the other ones that I've seen on like the TA30. That is a plastic, hardened plastic tail clicky. So that's nice to see that they've changed it up for the LEP. Why not, is what I say. Now, on the tail cap here, you've got your tack mode, you've got low, medium, high, and strobe. Honestly, strobe in an LEP to me seems like a waste. I don't know why you would use strobe in an LEP anyway. I just feel like a constant on of blinding light would be much better than strobe. That being said, you know, if there's anyone out there who enjoys strobe then on an LEP, then please let me know. Now, the measurements of the T10L are 16 centimeters from head to tail, which includes the tail cap. So let me just double check that with the raised edges on the tail cap. Yep, 16 centimeters from head all the way to the end of the tail cap raised edges here. Now, just speaking of these very quickly, I do like the fact that they protect the tail clicky, but I also like the fact that they can double as a tail standing mechanism and they can triple as your lanyard holders there. So really, really like the functions of that. Back to the measurements. The face, we have 3.5 centimeters wide. The body, we have 2.6 centimeters wide. And the tail cap, from end to end of the raised edge, we have 2.5 centimeters wide. So it's a very good looking light, don't you think? It definitely feels nice in the hand. It feels strong. It feels professional. It protrudes enough that you I wouldn't be concerned about breaking in or out of some glass with this, or using it as a self-defense, bludgeoning tool. Self-defense, I said. Yeah, so it's a really, really nice light, really nice feel. Quite heavy. Let's do the weight. Now, the weight of the T10L with the battery inside is 257.52 grams. So it is heavy, definitely heavy, but that's okay. And if we just put it up against the Fenix HT30R there, definitely smaller than the HT30R, which is nice to see. Thinner as well. And then if we also put it up against the Well-Tool LH3 head there with the W35, that is smaller again. So they're just some similar ranging LEPs that I thought I'd just show you the comparison of. But again, no glass breaking beads on these two. So, you know, I do like glass breaking beads on my lights, especially if they're a tactical light, absolutely. Now, the UI of the T10L is as follows. You have a half press for momentary high, which is 500 lumens and will go 1100 meters. There it is. And then if I full press, that's strobe. And that's 500 lumens and it's just momentary because as soon as I let go, same as the turbo or high, just momentary when it's in tactical mode. But if I turn the rotary switch one way, you get to low mode, which is 55 lumens. That'll run for 8 hours and 30 minutes and it'll reach 350 meters. Then if I turn it again, that's medium mode. That'll hit 140 lumens. It'll run for 5 hours and it will reach 590 meters. And then high, that's constant on high. So it's the same as the high that you hit with the tail clicky. And that is 500 lumens. It'll run for 3.5 hours and it will reach 1100 meters. Now, the cool thing about this with a lot of other Nextorch tactical lights is I can have this in low mode here, and then I can click the tail clicky to momentary turbo or momentary high, and then when I let go, it goes straight back into low. I really, really like that. Really important feature to have in a tactical light. And without the pocket clip or the tactical ring on, it's actually very easy to manipulate the rotary switch with your thumb and pointer finger. Very, very easy. No dramas at all. It does make it a bit hard with the tactical ring on. So my advice to Nextorch would be to move that up a bit. Move a space up a bit for the tactical ring. And that way it's going to make it a whole lot easier to hold the light with the tactical ring and manipulate that. It's just too hard to manipulate it from down here. It's just too hard. Now, this light has an impact resistance of 1 meter, and it is IPX7, which means it has a 1 meter submersibility before running into any issues. Now, guys, there is no lockout system with this. So if you've got it on low, medium, or high, constant on, you just need to turn the tail cap half a turn and it'll lock out. But to be honest, with Nextorch's patented rotary system here, I don't think you need a lockout mode. I really don't. If this is being traveled in a bag, being transported in a bag, then yeah, okay, turn the tail cap just to be safe. But if this is in your pocket or in a holster or something like that, then you don't really need to, because you actually have to intentionally turn this to get to get some movement on it. It's not just going to accidentally bump something. Like I'm genuinely hitting that quite hard and it's not turning. I have to press and intentionally turn to get it to turn. So that's really good. And also the tail clicky, again, it's got the raised edges to protect it. You're not going to bump it and turn it on. And the tail clicky only has momentary function anyway. So something would literally have to be pressing on it quite hard to turn it on in a bag or something like that. But like I said, in a bag, give it a turn. Otherwise, in your pocket or your belt or holster, absolutely fine. Now, Nextorch does not specify if this has a battery level indicator or not. So that's very interesting. I couldn't find it in the manual at all. If anyone knows if this does have a battery level indicator, please let me know. I haven't done any research on whether it does or not. I like to do my reviews semi off the cuff, so I'm learning as well as I'm learning as I go as well. So it's a very authentic review. That being said, obviously I'm going to do some research about its outputs and things like that. And any other information that is very, very necessary. But as far as a battery level indicator, guys, I haven't found one. So if there is one, they haven't made it easy to find, that's for sure. Now, if we just have a look at the beam here on high, guys, that is 500 lumens. That will reach 1100 meters. And it does have a very nice hotspot. And as you'll see in the night shots, it does almost offer a bit of spill. It could just be because of the bezel, could be because of the reflector. It could just be light bouncing off things, I don't know, but it does seem to have a small amount of spill, which is pretty cool. So let's head off to the night shots now, guys, and we will be back to have a final thoughts chat about the Nextorch T10L. See you in a sec. All right, we are out here with the Nextorch T10L. That is on low. Whoa. That's just on low, keep in mind. And that is, what a low that is. It's pretty impressive for a low. Check the beam out. I'll put the lumen count on the screen so you can see exactly how many lumens this is. But that's very impressive for a low. Moving up to medium. That hotspot gets a lot more usable now. To the path over there is probably about 12 meters and maybe 15 meters. And the hotspot is about the size of an average sized human. So that's really cool. Now we go to high. There's high. There's the tree over there. Over 100 meters away, that tree is, and that is doing it with ease. With ease. Let's check the beam profile out. Very nice. Strobe. That's enough of that. Honestly, strobe in an LEP. I don't know why. It's a marketing thing, surely, because it's pointless in my opinion. Whoa. Very cool hotspot, guys. Whew, blinding. I like how it's got that little circular, almost spill area. It doesn't seem to retain it the further away you get, but it must just be light bouncing off things, or I don't know, reacting with the bezel or something. It looks cool though. All right. That is a very cool LEP. Well done, Nextorch. Go away, Strobe. Back to the lab, guys. All right, so very impressive. One thing I really love about this light that I really, really love is the rotary system. I love that about Nextorch lights because even on an LEP, it's nice to have the option of a constant low, a constant medium, and a constant high. And it's also nice to be able to only access high and strobe via momentary with the tail switch. You do have constant strobe with the rotary system as well. If I didn't say that, I apologize. But again, you know, strobe on an LEP, please let me know, guys, if you like strobe on an LEP or not. I personally can't see the use for it, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. So look, my opinion on this light is that it's a brilliant light. I will definitely use it as an LEP. I love the fact that we can get to low constant on as well. So it kind of helps the usability of it and increases its diversity instead of just having like bang, one really bright thing. If you do want to see things up close, you can, because it does offer a low mode and then obviously a medium as well. So I really like the light. I'm very appreciative to Nextorch for sending this to me. If you do want to buy one, guys, head over to nextorch.com and check it out. It does have its bigger brother, which is the Nextorch T10L. So if Nextorch sends me that, I will do a comparison between the T10 and T20L. If you like this video, guys, please hit like. Please do subscribe. It really, really helps me. And until next time, guys, stay cool, stay safe, and I'll see you again on another episode of Flashlight Crazy. See ya.